What's going on, guys? Colby's Tech Reviews here today, and I'm going to give you an overview of what is on my iPhone. I think the title explains itself. So up here in the top left to start, we start with the Videos app. When these are mostly all of the stock iOS apps. So videos, music, the iTunes Store, the App Store, weather, notes, reminders, which I do actually use fairly often, calculator, clock, settings, photos, wallet, Facebook Messenger. This I'm not a big fan of, only because I wish that it was built into the Facebook app, but beggars can't be choosers. So we have Blackboard Student. I actually use that as a grading thing for college. My school does use Blackboard. And then next to it we have Starbucks, the ever essential Starbucks app. Google Maps, I do prefer it over Apple Maps. GroupMe down the bottom, YouTube, Chrome as my browser. I have the camera, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And then down in my dock, I have the stock phone, stock messaging app, Mail, and Spotify. So Spotify I really like. Not going to get too much into it, but it's actually a really nice subscription service, and it does give a student discount of $4.99 per month. And it does give really good quality, and it actually syncs to all of your devices too. So then moving on to the next page, we have the calculator and FaceTime. Those are the two stock apps that I do use quite a bit, but didn't really make my homepage. I really wanted to use the more used ones on my homepage just for ease of use. And then next to it we have Snapseed here. So I'm not going to dive into the apps like I said before, but Snapseed is my go-to on the phone editing app, and it actually has some really cool controls, and it's really optimized well for the phone. Moving next to it is my Google folder. We have Google Photos that I use to sync all of my photos to my device, Drive, Docs, and Slides that I use for school. Here is my Money app or folder. So I have Citizens Bank because that's my bank. PayPal I use quite often. E-accounts, that's for school. That tracks my spending with my ID at school that's prepaid. And then AdSense I use quite a bit. That actually I use with YouTube and all of the Google accounts that I make money with. And then Robinhood is a stock investing app that's actually really cool. I haven't used it actually yet, but I plan to in the near future. Back to the page, in my professional folder, I have LinkedIn, and I also have LinkedIn Jobs. Like I said, I'm a college student, so I got to keep that stuff, kind of intact. And then Careers by Simplicity is the next app. That actually is for school. That is our career portal app. And then Westpac's Job Fair app next to it. Next is Shopping. So this is my favorite folder. We have Amazon Seller, which I wish were combined, but they're not. We have eBay, Target, Walgreens, and ReceiptPal. ReceiptPal is actually really neat. You can take pictures of all of your receipts that you obviously spend money. And then every 4 receipts you get 100 points, and then you get really cool prizes like gift cards and stuff for movie and dinner stuff. And then we have just different Amazon gift cards as well. Next we have Cartwheel, which is another Target app for coupons. Fandango, which is a movie ticket app. It actually works really well with Apple Wallet. And then next to it we also had the Apple Store. So next up we have Shazam. I use that for listening to music. Well, not listening to music, but music on if I don't know what a song is in the car, on the radio, or in store. Then we have Pinterest. My girlfriend and I like to look up recipes. I actually myself like to cook a little bit, and I get my recipes from there. I also am very into fashion. A little bit of stuff that I get from there. I'm a big baseball fan, so this MLB.com ballpark app is really neat. I have yet to use it this season, obviously, because the season's just starting. You can check into different ballparks that you're at, and then At Bat by MLB.com is next to it as well. In the food folder, we have Dunkin' Donuts, which is fantastic. Like I said, I already have the Starbucks app on my homepage. That's how much I go there. So Dunkin' Donuts, Domino's. I order Domino's pizza quite a bit when I'm at school. Panera Bread, they just started a rewards program just a couple months ago, so I joined that. OpenTable is an interesting app. You can use OpenTable for making reservations at different restaurants. I just used it on Valentine's Day, and then you can leave a review afterwards as well. Eaton Park, that is a big restaurant chain up here in the Pittsburgh and tri-state area of Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. But in Pittsburgh, it's huge. It's kind of like a Denny's or a King's that you might get elsewhere, but they're known for the smiley cookie, which is on the logo that you see. Then, of course, Subway, which is just fast food, but I love Subway, and I don't care what anybody else says. And then Yelp down below for reviews and stuff of restaurants. Next, we have iFunny. I use this as just kind of pass the time. My friends and I use it, and we just kind of like laugh about all the stuff that's on there. And you can use it. It's just a comedy app and shows pictures, funny pictures. And then next to it is the Chive, which is very similar. So basically, the Chive does a lot of stuff for charity. So I actually support their organization as well and what they do. But yeah, so very similar humor apps and everything of the sort. Next to it, we have the games. I don't really game a whole lot on my phone, but as you noticed, there's Episode Game on my phone that we use with my cousin. I babysit her all the time, so she likes to play that game. But, whatever, I leave it on there for them. And then over on the left, we have Angry Birds 2 that I absolutely love. Candy Crush, I'm still a Candy Crush fan. I don't care. Again, I don't care what you say. I'm a Candy Crush fan. And then down below it, we have Face Swap Live is pretty neat if you haven't used it. It's just kind of a fun, gimmicky thing. Progress is a very interesting game. Progress is a game that doesn't really tell you what to do. It just tells you what you have to do, and then you have to kind of make that happen with your phone. And it uses the accelerometer and your camera and everything like that. It's pretty neat. Strike Skills is a bowling game. You can actually preload it with money, like real money, and play other people for it, so that's neat. Stack is a glorified, very beautiful version of the old arcade game where you'd have the blocks going back and forth, and you'd actually have to stack them on top of each other. And then Device 6 I have yet to play, but I did get it for free, so I figured I'd download it, but I have yet to actually see what it is yet. Here we have Pocket and Quartz. So these are my two news apps. Pocket is more one that collects links and articles that you find elsewhere, and you can save it to there to read later. I do that when I'm waiting for class to start or just passing time. And then Quartz is a really neat app. I'm going to go more in depth with that on my best apps of March 2016, but it's a really cool way to get your news. And then down here I have iMovie that I use, or that I don't use often, just because I don't really do a whole lot of movie editing on my phone. That's just me. I mean, if you do, props to you. Let me adjust my phone here, sorry. And then the next folder is kind of funny. We have health apps, which is nothing crazy. It's just the stock health app. And then there are these two apps that I found that are quite humorous. One is Pooped, the middle one there with the man and woman. So actually what that does, it's a geolocation app that goes over where you've pooped, and you can log that in your phone. It's actually more or less just where you've gone, where you've traveled to, but it does it in a nice creative way that I think is funny. And then this one here is a Poo Keeper that I actually thought I downloaded was Pooped, the geolocation thing, but I was very wrong, and it actually monitors what kind of poops you take. So that one I have yet to open. Right, I opened it the once and found that it wasn't what I was looking for, but that I do not use. So anyway, back to the screen, home screen here. And then next to it we have IMDb. I love movies. I love to find out about movies. I love trivia about movies. I love trivia about actors, and I did watch the Oscars, so that's cool. And then the next page, we have my extras. These are just the iPhone stock apps that I don't use ever. So we have Stocks, iBooks, Maps, the Apple Watch app, the Game Center, Find My iPhone, Feedback, because I'm a beta tester for iOS, Voice Memos, and Find Friends. And then swiping over, we have Tips, Contacts, and Compass. One thing I don't like is that I wish Contacts didn't have its own app, because it is technically built into the phone. It has a Contacts tab. So, but again, beggars can't be choosers, and whatever. Apple probably won't listen to me anyway. So here, like I said, I do have a Moto 360, or maybe I didn't say that, but I have a Moto 360, and it does work with iPhone with Android Wear. So I have Android Wear and then Moto Connect by Motorola to work it with my phone. Next to that, I have my Verizon, which I did just switch from AT&T to Verizon just for money issues. Not issues, but saving money. So that's the My Verizon app. And then Bitmoji next to it actually works with Bitstrips. And you create your own character through Bitstrips, and then it turns your character of yourself or whoever you want into an emoji. And it actually has its own keyboard within the messaging app too, which I think is pretty cool. Next to down below rather, we have Spanish Dict. This is a translator app and dictionary app for the Spanish language. I'm taking my third semester of it in school now, so whatever help I can use, I will take. And then next to that, we have the layout app for Instagram, just, lays out your photos for different social media posts. And then next to that, I have the Apple remote, that can be used with my Apple TV that I keep at home, and it basically does everything the Apple remote would do, just from your phone instead, and it does connect through Wi-Fi. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Be sure to go Damn Daniel on that like button, and check back for more videos later this month. See you guys later.